Okay, Crier here, day one of the U.S. Open. I'm running a little behind. It's about to start in 15 minutes. But as you can see, the sun is shining bright. There's a little bit of clouds, but it looks like nice weather. And actually, believe it or not, it's supposed to be 60% chance of rain, thunderstorms, and it's actually, the forecast I was looking at actually is saying raining right now. Well, not raining, but it's supposed to be raining right now. So again, we may be having these bad forecasts throughout the 2 weeks like we had last year, where they were rarely right and we were always guessing and wondering what was happening next. Not that I'm blaming the weather forecasters. It's very difficult these days with climate change and all of that, but here we are. It's sunny, so they're going to be starting in about 15 minutes. As you can see, with Wanska and Espinoza, but there may be rain delays through the day if the forecasters have it. I mean, they're saying 60%, so it's pretty high. It's over 50. So anyway, then there's Serena and I'm sorry, that's at night. Louis Armstrong shooting off Nali, Gobertsova. I'm not really interested in these. Bernard Tomic at grandstand. Ramos. Ramos isn't in any great form. Neither is Tomic, but that's pretty interesting. It's going to be variable surface, so the clay courter is going to get it high. Tomic is going to try to do his tricks and then blast flat shots. That would be interesting. 17, we got Robeson. Again, I'm not. Lino's a clay courter. It's not something. Neither one in great form. I'm not interested. Court 13, variable court still. Daniel Evans and Nishikori. Now, Evans probably is going to be a little exhausted. A lot of tennis this summer. He's had a great summer qualifying, but that'll be interesting. Lauren Davis has had a terrible year, pretty much. That's court 11. Then those are all the TV courts. Now the non-TV courts that will not be on TV, and that's what it means. Kanepi and Vanya King, and you can see we'll go through those. We'll actually come back to those. But then as far as TV, let's just stay on Arthur Ashe. After the Wadwanska, here's a nice one. Venus Williams and Flipkins. Flipkins already beat her, I think, in Toronto in 3 sets when Venus kind of pooped out at the end. So let's see what shape Venus is in, if she can stay strong throughout the whole match. Flipkins is all the way up to number 12 seed, amazing. And then after that, Ryan Harrison and Nadal. That's not exactly. Nadal could have had a much easier first-round match. I mean, he should be. I mean, Harrison's been coming on some. He has a new coach. I don't even see him taking a set, but I see it as a little bit of a fight for sure. At night, Serena and Schiavone, and Schiavone's not the same. Federer and Zemja, that actually is not going to be that easy either, though Zemja hasn't really done a lot since Wimbledon. But at night, in front of the big crowd, Federer's going to be fired up and fresh. That should be good. He might have a little trouble just getting, he and Nadal both may struggle at first to get their rhythm and get used to the conditions and all that, but maybe lose a set, each of them. I mean, Federer might even lose. It could even become a 5-setter, but I don't think. If Zemja was coming in great form, I'd say watch out. Harrison, if he had done more, he's not experienced. I mean, he hasn't done enough yet. So, okay. Louis Armstrong as we go down. Gasquet, Michael Russell, because Gasquet's not in good form. I would say that's going to be actually somewhat of a tussle, I think. That would be interesting, depending on Russell's fitness. Manella's been horrible, so Sloane shouldn't have a problem. This, I would say, would be an incredible match. Kyrgios, the young kid, taking on the veteran Ferrer. But if Kyrgios is in good shape, then this could be a great match, because Ferrer has not been in good form. But Kyrgios has a back issue, an arm issue. He barely walked away from his qualifying final, so I don't know about that. We'll have to see. I definitely want to check in on that. What do we have here? Verdasco and Doddage. That's a really good one, though. Doddage hasn't been in any good form. Verdasco was saving up in North Carolina. That was pretty obvious, so he should handle that pretty. I don't know. It could be easy. It could be tough. We'll see. Yankovic and Madison Keys. Madison Keys has not been in good form since Wimbledon, so I expect Yankovic had a good run at Cincinnati, so she should be ready to go. Kerber and Radecka. Kerber is finally getting a little form in Cincinnati, so that's at night. And then what do we have? Hampton. Oh, this Arab Barina. I like to call her Abracadabra. Anyways, she has a nice little clay courter. I would usually say no chance here, right? But with the variable surface, this might be a real tussle. This might go on, or Hampton might take it pretty easy. We'll see. I'm not sure the form that Abracadabra's in. Tipsarevic and Cuevas always pops up at these slams, but he's nowhere where he used to be. So even though Tipsarevic's had a bad year, he should have that. Matasevic, I think this is an upset. I think Matasevic can take Robredo. He's been playing a lot better on the faster hard courts, taking the ball earlier. The TV court 13, Duchovny and Lisicki. I think Duchovny can pull the upset. Well, we will see. Lisicki's played like 2 matches or 1 match since Wimbledon. Crum and Ormachea, this is a really good one too, because again, clay quarter, hard court girl that likes to take it early, and Dottie Crum. This is going to go on for a while, I think. And then Carolina Pliskova and Eugenie Bouchard. I really wanted to see this one. I'm definitely going to tune in for this. 2 up-and-comers, especially Bouchard. She has a nice game, comes to the net, mixes it up, is tall, can hit it big. Pliskova is just a big bruiser. Definitely want to check into this. And then finally, the last TV court, Shepard and Bradley Klahn. I want to see some of this for sure. Though the Shepard hasn't been in any kind of form. Klahn's had a great summer. How much will he have left in the tank? At least he didn't have to qualify. That's the main thing. Bogdanovic, I saw her warming up on Friday, practicing with Cornet. I think she should take Garrigus, but that's another tough one. A lot of tough matches. And Geraldo and Berlocq, another tough one. I think Geraldo on these courts should be able to do that, though. And then, of course, what do we have? This is the non-TV court. So Gulbis. Heidermar was retired like a week or 2 ago, so Gulbis should take that. Batista Agut and Bellucci. Batista Agut's had the better year for sure. Maddox Sands and Johansson. Maddox Sands is starting to do a little better lately. Should have that. She did okay in Cincinnati, I think, or was it New Haven? Maybe New Haven. Anyway. Qualifier Sarah and Feliciano Lopez. Lopez has been sleepwalking since Wimbledon, but he should take this. Fishman, Kirstea, not as easy as you might think, but Kirstea retired in New Haven, but I think that was more of a getting ready for U.S. Open retirement. She should be fine. She's had a great summer. Duty Sela and Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov is the Russian Kuznetsov. Oh, that's an interesting match. I think Kuznetsov will take that, but that's interesting. Hercog is trying to come back from a long physical issues all year, and Makarova, but I think Makarova is in better form. So Coco Vandeweghe and Krunic. I wish this was on TV. I wish I was there to see this. Krunic is playing maybe the best she's ever played. Coco's still learning how to control her power. If she can control her power, she beats Krunic. If Krunic frustrates her, Krunic wins. But I think Coco's going to control the... that's in the day, too. That will be in the day. She'll have some speed. Again, we don't know how the rain's going to affect everything. If it starts raining off and on the courts, people that are more fragile mentally, that's what you want to look at. They're going to have the struggles because they won't have the patience. They'll be irritated. They won't want to play now or whatever. So the people that are more stronger mentally will have the better edge in the rains. And also, the wind. You got to think about the wind. See, that's going to hurt Coco if it's windy, and it's going to be a little windy too. So, Krunic will have a chance there. Court 7, from what I saw, is a little bit on the slower side. So that will also help Krunic. But yeah, Coco doesn't. It can't be slow enough for Coco. I mean, actually, that might even help Coco, so she has more time to line up her shots. Come to think of it, actually. Okay, Ryan Williams and Davydenko. That's actually a really good one. Davydenko, we never know fitness with him. It's all about fitness. Ryan Williams is all about his head. He always gets upset, too emotional. He needs to get a grip on that now. I mean, he's over 20. It's time to start getting it together. He has talent. Puig, the Puerto Rican, and Klabanova back from cancer. That's an interesting match. Pospisil, Dutra-Silva. Okay, let's move down here. Bedene, Tursunov, I think. But that's a good one. Nara, Kadantu. I think Nara, she's really doing well, but that's a pretty tough one. Okay, Robert and Olivetti. That's a really good one. I wish that was on TV. The big man and the little man. I think Olivetti can take this. That's not going to be easy. Robert can play it quick, take it early, and then play defense. It'll be tough for Olivetti, but he has a chance. Wadwanski's younger sister, Ursula, should be able to take Bagu, but she's starting to tire after a long summer. Caroline Garcia and Shelby Rogers, that's a fun run of two young girls coming up fast. Pavlyuchenkova should take Rosano. I would hope so. Dancevic looked really beat at the end of the qualifying final round, so he may lose to Haas. Okay, Kukishkin and Martin was all stiff, but he should on his final round, but he should be okay. A couple days rest. I'm not sure that will help Dancevic, but it should help Martin a lot. So that's a good one with Kukishkin. I think Kukishkin is playing really well. His qualifying wasn't that hard last week. She should take that. Bertens and Zhangji, that's another good one. Struff and Ruffin, I think Ruffin is in a better form, but it's another good one. And Shvedova has dropped a lot of fitness issues again. Puchkova, that's up in the air in my opinion, because Shvedova is not in good form. Candela and Barty, I'd love to see Barty win this and use the slice, but that's court 15, so that's not going to be variable as much. They don't have the attention paid on that surface as the other ones, so I'm not sure Barty's going to get the advantage of the low slices and all that. But that would be interesting. And then Voskobeva and Niculescu. Voskobeva is probably in a little bit better form, I would think. Niculescu's been having a rough time fitness-wise. But all these look like they could go for a while. So we'll see if it rains, thunderstorms maybe, see if Venus can get through the first round, and go from there.